Have you ever felt that familiar pang of guilt? Maybe as you settle into your favorite chair or enjoy a quiet morning because you didn't do your exercise today. Perhaps you laced up your walking shoes, but only made it halfway around the block before your knees ached, or you felt breathless, or maybe you tried that online senior fitness class, but the pace was too fast, the movements felt awkward, and you were left feeling more discouraged than energized. For decades, many of us have been told that staying active means traditional exercise, hitting the gym, jogging, following a strict routine. And there was a time when that might have felt good, felt right, or at least felt necessary. But as the years accumulate, as our bodies gently shift and change, sometimes those familiar forms of exercise begin to feel less like support and more like a struggle, or even a source of quiet frustration and disappointment. We might push through the discomfort because we're supposed to, or we might give up entirely, feeling like we've failed somehow. It's easy, isn't it, to hold on to that old definition of what being active means. We compare ourselves to younger versions of ourselves or to images we see that don't reflect our reality. We might carry the belief that physical activity has to be hard, has to make us sweat, has to feel like work to count. And if we can't do that anymore, then perhaps we tell ourselves we just aren't capable, or that this decline is simply unavoidable. This mindset can quietly limit our willingness to explore other possibilities, keeping us stuck in an all-or-nothing trap. Either I do traditional exercise, or I do nothing. And often, the nothing starts to feel like the only option, and that doesn't involve pain or discouragement. But what if the very definition of valuable movement and activity needs a gentle, compassionate update as we age? What if staying vibrant, strong, and independent in your senior years isn't about replicating the workouts of your youth, but about embracing different forms of activity that nurture your body, calm your nervous system, sharpen your mind, and feed your soul? What if the most beneficial activities for you right now are not found in a gym or a rigid class, but woven into the fabric of your daily life, or found in unexpected places that bring you peace and joy? For many seniors, pushing through pain or exhaustion in the name of exercise can actually be counterproductive. It can lead to injury, exacerbate chronic conditions, increase stress hormones, and create a negative association with movement itself, making you less likely to stay active overall. The body you inhabit today is wise. It has earned the right to be moved with respect, kindness, and intelligence, not pushed or punished according to old rules. The signals of discomfort are often important messages, not barriers to be bulldozed through. But here's the liberating truth, the part that challenges that limiting belief that meaningful activity equals difficult exercise. As we age, the quality and consistency of movement often become far more important than the intensity or type of activity we performed in younger years. Activities that promote ease, balance, flexibility, and calm, and that are integrated naturally into your day, can offer profound physical, mental, and emotional benefits without the wear and tear of traditional workouts. These aren't lesser forms of activity. They are smarter, kinder, and ultimately more sustainable ways to support your body and mind right now. Let's gently uncover why embracing different kinds of activity is a quiet rebellion for your well-being in your senior years. Think about what your body truly needs now. It likely needs support for joint health, not high-impact stress. It needs activities that improve balance to prevent falls, which can have serious consequences. It needs movement that maintains muscle mass and flexibility to support everyday tasks. Reaching for something on a high shelf, bending down to tie your shoes, getting up from a chair easily. It needs activities that calm the nervous system, reducing the chronic stress that contributes to inflammation and a host of age-related issues. And it needs activities that are enjoyable, that you want to do, because consistency over time is what truly builds lasting health. Traditional high-intensity exercise often isn't the most efficient or kindest way to meet these specific needs in an aging body. The idea that you should be doing intense workouts can weigh heavily, adding mental burden to physical discomfort. Letting go of that old pressure opens up a world of possibility. It's about recognizing that movement can be medicine, it can be meditation, it can be connection, and it can be joy, all without looking anything like a gym class. It's about honoring where you are now and finding activities that serve this version of you with all your accumulated wisdom and unique needs. For many, making this shift requires a change in perspective, a willingness to question conventional wisdom that might no longer serve you. It's about trusting your body's signals and believing that gentler paths can lead to powerful outcomes. It's about giving yourself permission to move in ways that feel good, that feel nourishing, rather than punishing. It's about recognizing that valuable activity is any movement that enhances your life and supports your well-being on your terms. What I'm about to share next might completely change how you think about staying active, because it focuses on 3 specific types of activities that are profoundly beneficial for seniors. Activities that gently support your body's current needs, calm your nervous system, boost your mood, and fit beautifully into a vibrant senior lifestyle, often without feeling like exercise at all. These are accessible, enjoyable, and powerful secrets to maintaining your vitality. Embracing these different key activities isn't a step down. It's a step inward. A step towards a more holistic and sustainable approach to well-being that honors the incredible person you are today. By opening ourselves to new definitions of activity, we unlock greater potential for comfort, energy, and sustained joy in the years ahead. This is just the beginning of redefining vibrant movement. The 3 key activities seniors should embrace. Instead of traditional exercise. Part 2. We've gently opened the conversation about how the traditional idea of exercise might no longer feel supportive or even possible for many of us in our senior years, and how carrying the pressure to do certain kinds of workouts can lead to guilt or disappointment. We've begun to challenge that old definition and opened our minds to the possibility that different, kinder forms of activity might be the key to sustained vibrancy and well-being. But making that shift, truly giving ourselves permission to move in new ways, isn't always easy. There can be internal resistance, old beliefs that cling stubbornly, and sometimes even external pressures or misunderstandings from others. Perhaps you worry that if you're not getting your heart rate up in a vigorous way, or lifting weights, or walking a certain number of steps, you're not doing enough. You might feel a quiet fear that letting go of traditional exercise means you'll inevitably decline, lose your strength, or gain weight. This fear can be powerful, rooted in decades of messaging about what health and fitness are supposed to look like. You might think, my doctor said I need to exercise, and interpret that strictly through the lens of traditional methods, feeling stuck if those methods cause pain or feel overwhelming. Sometimes, Well-meaning family members or friends might inadvertently reinforce this pressure, asking if you went for your run or did your usual class, making you feel accountable to an old standard that no longer serves you. These feelings and pressures are completely valid and understandable. We are creatures of habit, and letting go of a long-held idea, even one that causes discomfort, can feel unsettling. There might be a sense of grieving the loss of the physical capabilities you once had, making it hard to embrace new ways of moving. Or perhaps the sheer effort of finding what to do instead feels like too much when you're already managing other aspects of your health and daily life. It's important to approach these feelings with immense self-compassion, recognizing that this isn't about finding fault, but about finding freedom. Creating emotional safety to explore new kinds of activities means giving yourself permission to experiment, to try things, and to let go of what doesn't feel right for you right now. It's about tuning into your body with kindness and curiosity rather than judgment. It's about trusting that your body's needs have evolved, and the ways you meet those needs can evolve too. Building inner belief means recognizing that movement is beneficial in all its forms, and that gentle, consistent activity can have profound impacts that vigorous exercise alone might not provide, particularly for an aging nervous system and musculoskeletal system. Now, let's uncover the quiet science of why certain activities are uniquely nourishing for the senior body and mind. Traditional exercise often focuses on cardiovascular strength and muscle building through exertion, and those are important. But they aren't the only or always the best focus as we age. The senior body benefits enormously from activities that specifically support balance, which is critical for fall prevention and maintaining independence. It thrives on movements that improve flexibility and range of motion, helping to reduce stiffness and making everyday tasks easier. It benefits from activities that build core strength and stability, providing a strong center from which to move safely. And perhaps most importantly, the aging nervous system benefits profoundly from movements that are calming, grounded, and mindful, reducing the chronic stress load that so many of us carry. Think about your nervous system. It's constantly processing information, responding to stress, and influencing everything from your digestion to your sleep to your immune function. High-intensity exercise, while beneficial for many, can sometimes add more stress to an already overloaded nervous system, especially if you're dealing with chronic pain, sleep issues, or managing multiple health conditions. Gentle, mindful activities, however, can have the opposite effect. They help down-regulate the stress response, promoting a sense of calm and safety within the body. This isn't just a feeling, it has real physiological impacts, reducing inflammation and supporting overall resilience. Most people never hear this part, but it could completely change how you feel about counting steps or burning calories. The most impactful activity for a senior body might be the kind that helps it feel balanced, fluid, and calm. It's about connecting with your body's internal landscape, not just pushing its external limits. Activities that encourage proprioception, your body's sense of where it is in space, balance, gentle stretching, and coordinated fluid movements are like nutrient-rich food for your aging musculoskeletal and nervous systems. They build stability from within, improve confidence in movement, and enhance the body's natural ability to find ease. Consider the difference in how your body feels after pushing through a strenuous workout versus how it might feel after a session focused on gentle stretching, mindful movement, or balancing exercises. One might leave you feeling exhausted and sore, the other potentially more relaxed, centered, and stable. Neither is inherently bad, but they serve different purposes. And for the specific needs of an aging body, the latter often provides more foundational support for daily comfort and function. Preparing gently for this shift means acknowledging the value in these less conventional exercise activities. It means trusting that adding activities focused on balance, flexibility, and calm can be just as, if not more, impactful on your quality of life and long-term independence as purely cardiovascular or strength-focused routines. It's about giving yourself permission to explore movement that feels like nurturing, like tending to a garden, rather than pushing a machine to its limit. It's about building confidence in the wisdom of choosing gentler, smarter paths to vitality. These are the quiet secrets that support not just a longer life, but a more comfortable, joyful, and independent one. By understanding why these activities are so potent, you can feel confident in making choices that truly serve your well-being in this vibrant season. The 3 key activities seniors should embrace. Instead of traditional exercise, Part 3. We've explored why the traditional view of exercise might not be the most supportive path for us in our senior years, gently challenging the pressure to perform vigorous workouts that might cause discomfort or even harm. We've acknowledged the internal and external hurdles to changing our approach and begun to understand the quiet but profound science behind gentler, more mindful forms of movement that uniquely nourish the aging body and calm the nervous system. Now, let's bridge that understanding with action. It's not about abandoning movement. It's about wisely choosing activities that truly serve your body, mind, and spirit in this chapter of life. Activities that feel like a gift to yourself, not a burden. The key isn't to find 3 new exercises to replace the old ones in a demanding way. It's about embracing 3 kinds of activities, 3 ways of moving that can be woven into the fabric of your daily life, enhancing how you feel and empowering your independence without the pressure or potential strain of traditional workouts. These activities are accessible, adaptable, and deeply beneficial, focusing on fundamental needs of the senior body that are crucial for sustained vitality and quality of life. Here's where things become real, because this is what it looks like to live the change, not just think about it. The first key kind of activity to embrace is mindful movement and balance practice. Think of things like Tai Chi, gentle yoga tailored for seniors, or even simple balance exercises you can do while waiting for the kettle to boil. These aren't about breaking a sweat. They are about slow, controlled movements, conscious breathing, and intentionally challenging your balance in a safe way. Let me tell you about Sarah, who used to worry constantly about falling after a few close calls. She'd stopped going out as much, the fear limiting her world. A friend suggested a gentle Tai Chi class at the local community center. Sarah was skeptical. It looked so slow, but she decided to try. She found that focusing on the slow, deliberate movements and shifting her weight calmly didn't just help her physical balance, it calmed her nervous system. The fear that had been a constant hum in the background began to lessen. By practicing standing on one leg while holding onto a counter or walking heel to toe for short distances, she gradually rebuilt her confidence in her stability. This form of mindful movement became a moving meditation, a way to connect with her body in a supportive, non-judgmental way. It wasn't just exercise. It was restoring her sense of safety and freedom to move in the world. The second key kind of activity focuses on strength and flexibility, integrated into daily life. This isn't about pumping iron in a gym. It's about using the resistance of your own body weight, or light weights, to maintain muscle mass, and incorporating gentle stretches that support your range of motion for everyday tasks. Think about using sturdy furniture for support and doing gentle squats as you prepare to sit down, or doing calf raises while standing at the kitchen counter, or using resistance bands for arm strengthening while watching TV. Flexibility can be improved with simple seated stretches for your neck, shoulders, and legs while reading. This is about functional movement. Let me share about Tom, a passionate gardener who was finding it harder to bend and lift. His doctor suggested some simple exercises using a resistance band and focusing on stretching his back and legs gently each morning. Tom started doing simple leg lifts while sitting in his armchair and using the band for arm strength a few minutes a day. He'd incorporate calf stretches while waiting in line at the grocery store. What happened next? Well, that's the part no one warned him about. But it changed everything. Tom didn't just regain some of the strength and flexibility he needed for gardening. He felt a renewed sense of competence in his own shui, reaching for things, carrying groceries, getting dressed. These tasks felt easier. The exercise wasn't a separate, dreaded event. It was woven into the tapestry of his day, making the activities he loved, like gardening, possible again. It was empowering his daily life. The third key kind of activity is embracing purposeful walking and incidental activity. This is about valuing movement that is part of your life's rhythm and purpose, rather than just walking loops for steps. It's walking to the park to sit and read, walking to a neighbor's house for tea, walking around your home as you do chores, choosing stairs when possible, with care, or simply standing more throughout the day. It's movement with a destination or a purpose beyond the movement itself. Consider Mary, who felt like she wasn't exercising because she no longer went for long, brisk walks. But Mary spent her days tending her home, walking to the mailbox, strolling through her garden, and playing gently with her dog. When she started seeing these moments as valuable, legitimate activity, purposeful walking to connect with her neighborhood or tend her plants, incidental activity as she tidied or cooked, she felt a huge sense of relief and accomplishment. She realized her life was already full of beneficial movement, and that valuing it this way was more important than measuring arbitrary steps. She started adding a few extra minutes strolling in her garden simply for enjoyment, making her incidental activity more mindful and purposeful. It wasn't about rigid distance goals. It was about integrating enjoyable, natural movement that kept her engaged with her world. These three kinds of activities, mindful movement, balance, integrated strength, flexibility, and purposeful, incidental activity, are not replacements for the idea of being active, but are perhaps more effective, kinder, and sustainable ways to be active as a senior. They address the specific needs of the aging body and nervous system, support independence, and can be woven into your life with heart and intention. It's about letting go of the pressure to perform like a younger self and embracing the wisdom of moving in ways that nourish the vibrant person you are today. We've journeyed from recognizing the potential disconnect between traditional exercise and the needs of the aging body through understanding the quiet science behind gentler approaches, and into exploring three key kinds of activities: mindful movement and balance, integrated strength and flexibility, and purposeful/incidental activity, illustrating through real-life examples how they can be woven into daily life with heart and powerful effect. We've seen how these activities are not lesser alternatives, but smarter, kinder ways to support our physical selves. Now, Let's rise above the specific movements and consider the profound impact that embracing these activities has on the much larger canvas of our lives in this season. This is where we move from simply doing different kinds of activity to becoming a more vibrant, resilient, and engaged version of ourselves. For so long, perhaps our motivation for exercise was performance, appearance, or disease prevention in a more abstract future. But in our senior years, the motivation often becomes more immediate and deeply personal. Maintaining the ability to live the life we cherish, to stay connected to loved ones, to pursue the things that bring us joy, and to navigate the world with confidence and independence. The activities we've discussed, the gentle Tai Chi, the integrated daily strength movements, the purposeful walk, are perfectly aligned with these deeper motivations. When you practice mindful movement and balance, you're not just working muscles. You are building confidence in your body's ability to navigate space safely. This confidence allows you to walk outdoors more securely, reducing the fear of falls that can otherwise isolate us and limit our world. When you integrate strength and flexibility into your daily tasks, you're not just preserving muscle. You're preserving your ability to care for yourself and your home, opening jars, carrying groceries, getting out of a chair easily. This is about maintaining dignity and independence in the practical moments of life. And when you embrace purposeful walking and incidental activity, you're not just burning calories. You're engaging with your environment, connecting with neighbors, enjoying nature, and weaving movement into the social and meaningful aspects of your day. These activities support the body, but they also profoundly nourish the mind and spirit. Now, we're not just doing different activities. We're transforming the way we experience aging and claim our continued vibrancy. Think about the connection between movement and mental sharpness. Activities that involve coordination, balance, and learning new sequences like Tai Chi forms challenge the brain in beneficial ways, supporting cognitive function and memory. Movement also increases blood flow to the brain and can stimulate the release of mood-boosting chemicals. So, these activities aren't just keeping your body strong, they're keeping your mind bright and engaged, essential for continued learning, problem-solving, and enjoying life's complexities. Beyond the physical and mental, consider the emotional impact. Letting go of the pressure of traditional exercise and embracing movement that feels good and accessible can lift a huge weight of guilt and frustration. Replacing self-criticism with self-compassion, choosing activities because they serve your body with kindness, is an act of profound self-love. Successfully maintaining balance, gaining functional strength, or simply enjoying a walk with purpose builds a quiet, steady confidence. It's a reminder of your capabilities, a powerful antidote to any feelings of decline. You've come this far in understanding why gentler movement matters and exploring 3 key types of activities. But what's just ahead might stir something even more powerful within you. It's the realization that your body, right now, with all its history and wisdom, is still capable of adapting, growing, and finding new forms of strength and grace. It's understanding that this season of life isn't about shrinking your world to match perceived physical limitations, but about intelligently supporting your physical self so your world can remain as expansive and joyful as you wish. It's about seeing movement as a celebration of your body's resilience, not a battle against time. Embracing these key activities reframes the journey of aging itself. It moves us away from a narrative of loss and limitation towards one of adaptation, wisdom, and continued possibility. It acknowledges the changes but focuses on the power we still have to influence our well-being and maintain our connection to life. It is an active choice to prioritize quality of life, independence, and joy, recognizing that physical vitality is a foundation for all of these. This transformation isn't just about adding a few minutes of movement here and there. It's about cultivating a mindset that values gentle care, appreciates the body's signals, and finds joy in movement that nourishes the whole self. It's about trusting that supporting your balance, functional strength, and calm presence in the world through these intelligent activities allows you to continue showing up fully for yourself and for those you love. It's claiming your right to vibrant aging, not as a passive recipient, but as an active participant, shaping your experience with wisdom, kindness, and purposeful movement. The 3 key activities seniors should embrace. Instead of traditional exercise, Part 5. We've journeyed together from questioning the pressure of traditional exercise in our senior years through understanding the powerful, quiet science of gentler movement, and into exploring 3 key kinds of activities: mindful movement and balance, integrated strength and flexibility in daily life, and purposeful walking and incidental activity, seeing how they can be woven into the heart of our days. We've also connected these specific activities to the larger, profound journey of becoming a more vibrant, confident, and engaged person in this season of life. As we come to the close of our time together today, after exploring these liberating ideas, I want to leave you with a message of profound affirmation, unwavering encouragement, and a gentle invitation to continue embracing movement as a source of joy, comfort, and vitality. Letting go of old definitions of exercise is not giving up. It is wisely choosing a path that is more supportive, more sustainable, and ultimately more empowering for your body right now. It is an act of self-respect to honor the changes in your body and find ways to move that nurture rather than strain. Embracing mindful movement, integrating functional strength, and valuing purposeful activity aren't just alternatives. They are intelligent strategies for maintaining the physical foundation that allows you to live your life fully on your own terms. It is about choosing quality of life, reducing the risk of falls and injury, maintaining the ability to do the things you love, and supporting your mental and emotional well-being, all through movement that feels kind and accessible. This path is not about achieving some external standard or comparing yourself to anyone else, least of all, a younger version of yourself. It is entirely about finding your rhythm, your enjoyable activities, and building consistency in a way that feels good to you. There will be days when you have more energy and days when you have less. There will be times when you enthusiastically embrace a new activity, and times when simply choosing the stairs over the elevator feels like a significant win. And every single one of those moments of conscious, purposeful movement, no matter how small, counts immensely. This journey is about progress, not perfection. It's about persistent kindness towards yourself, celebrating the intention and the effort far more than the outcome measured by a clock or a scale. You, with your accumulated years and experiences, possess the deep inner wisdom to discern what feels right and supportive for your body now. Trust that wisdom. Experiment gently. Perhaps try a short balance practice while brushing your teeth. Do a few gentle stretches while watching your favorite show. Choose to walk to the mailbox instead of waiting for someone else, if it feels safe. Weave purposeful movement into your social life by suggesting walks in a park with a friend. Find the activities, big or small, that bring a little more ease, a little more strength, a little more calm, and a little more joy into your day. So here we are, at a threshold, not an ending. You are at a threshold of potentially experiencing greater physical comfort, increased confidence, and renewed energy simply by shifting your perspective on what it means to be active in your senior years. You have the power to choose movement that feels like an act of love for your body, movement that supports your ability to continue engaging with life vibrantly and independently. This is about actively shaping your experience of aging, choosing to focus on enhancing your capabilities and quality of life through intelligent, compassionate self-care. Your vibrant senior years are a precious time, filled with unique opportunities for connection, reflection, and joy. Maintaining your physical vitality through intentional, kind movement is a powerful way to ensure you can fully embrace this time. You deserve to move without unnecessary pain or pressure. You deserve to feel confident in your body. You deserve to experience the mental and emotional lift that comes from consistent, nurturing activity. I truly hope that exploring these 3 key activities has offered you a sense of freedom from old pressures and a renewed sense of possibility for staying active in ways that truly serve you. If this conversation resonated with you, if it brought a smile or sparked an idea for movement you'd like to try, please consider giving this video a like. Your likes help us understand what kind of content is most valuable to you and help this message reach other vibrant seniors who might benefit from hearing it. And I would love to hear from you. What's one small, gentle activity you might try this week? Or one way you might weave a little more purposeful movement into your day? Sharing your ideas and experiences in the comments below not only helps you solidify your intentions, but also inspires and supports everyone else in our beautiful community. Your voice and your journey are important, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Vibrant Senior channel and tapping the notification bell. By subscribing, you join a community dedicated to embracing aging with vitality, joy, independence, and a whole lot of heart. Don't miss out on future conversations designed to uplift, inform, and support you every step of the way. Remember this truth. Whatever your current physical capabilities, whatever your past experience with exercise, you are still capable of finding movement that nourishes you. You are still becoming, still growing, and still deserving of a life lived with energy, comfort, and joy. And that, my dear friend, is the most beautiful part of all. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, move gently, move with purpose, and move with immense kindness towards yourself.